All right. Tonight's Thoughts from 5D is called On Being Seen as an Artist or Being Seen as an Artist. This is Thoughts from 5D. I'm Otis 5D. Wow, hearing that theme song made me feel better. So I got a little discombobulated over the holidays of like, I guess it's the new year too. Happy New Year. This is my first video of 2025, which I guess is a bigger deal than I realized. And I don't know. I just feel like 2025 is going to be so crazy. And the news cycle is just so insane that I don't want to be a news cycle guy. And I think that people have the impression that I'm a news cycle guy. I might be wrong. That may all just be in my head, but it's like a feeling that I have. And I'm like, no. I'm an artist. I'm an artist who is like totally like deeply engaged in what's going on in the world, and I want to express that viewpoint because my favorite artists, this is not necessarily my favorite artists like from a technical perspective, but from like a philosopher, speaker perspective, people like David Bowie and Prince and Brian Eno and there's so many more, Andy Warhol, Salvador Dali. These people had Steve Jobs, like real deep thoughts on what it meant to be alive at the time they were alive and where the world was and where it's going. Kanye West, he might even be number one. If he's not number one, he's definitely number two. If he's not, David Bowie might be number one. But anyway, so the point is that what I've started doing here with these videos is like the easy part, meaning like I had to get this momentum going. And now, I don't know, it's kind of going. Like I have a thing going, but now I realize like I'm like in danger of this taking over, where like this is my thing, and in my mind this is not my thing. So even if the public perception is that this is my thing, and even if that remains the case, it's important for me to know that this is not my thing. This is like an outgrowth of my thing, because making art is also just not enough for me. I have a lot to say. So it's like I need all of it. I need all of the things that I'm doing to feel like actualized, to feel expressed. But I realized like, okay, bro, you gotta get going with this art, because that's what I spend a lot of my time doing, is making art. And so this is my first art piece of 2025 featuring my homie Satire. I don't know if he considers me a homie. I consider him a homie. And he's one of the greatest rappers ever. He's up there, at least. He's way up there. He's very underrated. And, okay, so this is like my style, my aesthetic. I theoretically, I'm going to do something with this other than just show it to you. But I feel like I have to just do it. So here we go. This is my first piece of the year. What just happened? Okay. And here, I'll let you just watch it for a second. And I made that beat. I'm having issue with audio cutout on the stream. So I make loops, right? I make music. I sampled him rapping. I removed the beat that he was rapping over. I made a beat. I put him rapping over my beat. And then I made the art piece. And so like this is my shit. This is like what you're seeing here is here, let me turn the volume down quite a bit so I can just talk over it. So what you're seeing here is like the closest representation of me, of my aesthetic, of my vision for the world, for who and what I want to be, and the change I wish to see in the world. Shit might pop me a Molly and my Tom Ford clock tick tocking pocket watching, ain't got time for it, up by 1,000,000, I ain't gotta check the box score, me, myself, and I, and never you, that is my top 4. That's what it says at the end. Me, myself, and I, and never you, that is my top 4. Sad bars out, bro. Okay, so anyway, like, there we go. I guess I like popped the cherry on these videos with respect to like, okay, this is like my thing, and I feel good. I feel a bit worried that people will be like, either like whatever, or you like, right, that's the most likely reaction. All right, dude, whatever, or like you suck, or whatever. But that's all cool. That's all cool. I just need to like. This is for me. Like this is me doing this. This is what I do. And this, what you're watching right now, is an outgrowth of that. If I only do this, I wither and die. But if I only do the art, I feel like this is not enough, because we are in the second half of the 4th turning, and we are in like what did some tweet I saw that the years from 2023 to 2025, 6, one of those two, are going to be looked back on as the great transition, because it's like the past is over. Like nothing about 2018 makes sense anymore. And it will hardly even be legible in 2026. 2018 will be hard to even comprehend. And so anyway, point being, like, we're sailing into the future and into the unknown. And it's like, what do I want to be? This ain't it. I want to be the artist guy who makes the hippity hoppity artsy whatever, and then has this live stream where it talks about what's going on in the world. And like, so I've, over the course of the holidays and the new year, I was feeling very like tangled. Like I have all these cords that are my existence that are super knotted up, and I didn't even realize it. And now, like, I'm in this process of like untangling these cords, and what you're witnessing is like my current stage in that process of untangling these cords, where the art is necessary but not sufficient. This live stream is necessary but not sufficient. The health community is necessary but not sufficient. But much like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, but more importantly to me, the brain, the heart, and the gut, like the order of operations is very important. My heart is the art, my gut is like the health community, and my brain is what you're witnessing now. And I feel like, as in the sense of like being the change I wish to see in the world, I want to be an example to the best of my ability of some kind of like integration that doesn't really make sense on paper. Like, why would you do art and then live stream and then health community? Okay, but as it all evolves, it's like, yeah, this is that guy. Like, that is this guy. That's me. And it makes sense not in the static image, but in the dynamic process. Where like, yeah, of course, like this guy, of course he's got a health community, and of course he has to do this live stream, and of course, but mainly he's like this artist guy. He's like this hippity hoppity artist guy, and and then the most important part of that is that like that dynamic ecosystem is an infinite game to me, where the goal of my life is just to get to keep playing this game. There's no destination I'm going for. It's just an evolution of these things: health community and artist and live streamer, pontificator, if you will. So, and I think that this is like indicative of what a lot of people are going to be facing if they're not facing it already. I've already started to see that like multi-passionates or something, multi-talenteds. I can't remember. There's a thing on YouTube. It's like turning into a genre. I have no interest in like being a part of that genre, except maybe like being interviewed on a podcast or something. That I'd be down with. Other than that, have fun. I want to do it, not make videos about it. But I think that with the world at our fingertips, there are a lot of us who, you know, we all have a brain, a heart, and a gut, and they're different. But as far as I understand it, the heart comes first, the gut comes second, and the brain comes third. So that has to be the order. The art, then the health community, then the live stream. But I can't choose them, and I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't know what that means in practice to prioritize them. I do know what it means. What it means is this: my live stream could absolutely be more successful. I have a lot of skills at video editing, etc. If I took some of these rants that I do and was a lot more calm about it, and I didn't live stream them. I made videos that made a lot of sense, that were very thought-provoking, and they had good editing and good cuts and all of that. And it's like, yeah, do that. But then I know that what that means is that my creative focus goes to that. And I cannot allow that. I would rather have whatever success I get as a live streamer, because what this involves is like showing up here in the moment, and more or less like that's it. And whoever wants to watch can watch. And the primary purpose of it is to sort of like contextualize the other things that I'm doing, primarily being an artist. It's like, oh, I get, like, when I look at this guy's art now, I can see the context from which it springs. And thus, it appeals to me more than if it was just some rando artist, you know, some anon who just like put up this art, and then it's kind of like whatever. But it's like, oh, I get it. This is like an expression of this guy. And so like that focused effort of like making videos about the immigration, the H-1B debate, and like, wow, Otis, that was a really thoughtful video. Wow, 100,000 views. No, fuck that shit, bro. I'm willing to rant about that, and like that's it. Like, my time is like what I have, as Naval and Scott Adams talk about. And it's limited, bro. It's fucking limited. And so that beautiful time of sitting there with God, with creation, and putting myself into something fully is not going to be fucking talking about the H-1B debate. If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to make a fucking art video about the H-1B debate. And like, that's my real expression. But most people can't operate at that level of telepathy bless their hearts. It's my job to like get better at art, to, you know, make that easier for people. But nevertheless, so that's why I rant about it, because it's like, I think I have a lot of stuff to say about it, but just in live stream rant form. So the reason I'm going on and on about this is because the audience that I intend to cultivate is other people like me who are grappling with similar things and would hear a video like this, and it might help them to begin untangling their own cord. So obviously just some like random audience is not going to be like super into this, right? But fuck them and fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Peace.
Otis5D.xyz.
Go fuck yourself.